Good evening, everybody. Welcome on in to NBA 2K24's random rosters for Sunday, October 29th. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I am posting these, for the moment, I'm posting these when the World Series isn't happening. We're for sure going through Game 5 after maybe one of the most putrid performances I've ever put out in yesterday's video. The only performance I could think that was like worse would have been the Toronto game where we nearly had a perfect game thrown against us. But yesterday's game is one that I would like to forget and move on from. We'll be back tomorrow with Game 3 of the World Series, 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on the channel. So this will go up today, and then it'll go up on November 2nd for sure, because that is the next time that the Mariners or the World Series does not play. We'll see if a team wins in 5 or maybe we go 6 or 7. Both teams have had a pretty easy road to the World Series with like the maximum was 6 games for Atlanta, but that was against Los Angeles. Either way, we're here in NBA 2K24 doing a random rosters day and date with the NBA season. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the daily view. We have 2 undefeated teams that we're going to lead off with. Denver taking on Oklahoma City. And I thought it'd be interesting to feature LeBron James, spoiler alert, I guess, the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Milwaukee Bucks in game number 2. It's surprisingly hard to find games that have 2 new teams. Every one of these games has at least one team that was featured once, and the Lakers have already been on twice. So we'll try to find it. But I thought 2 undefeated teams would be a good way to start it. So let's jump on in here. We'll play the game, and it'll be CPU versus CPU, which I really appreciate that they do. I might actually. Nope. I have it at the right. Oh God, it's so loud in my headphones. It's so loud. I forget what I was playing last. Oh, I guess I could leave the... I don't know why I muted the audio. I apologize. I think I meant to turn the camera off, but I muted the audio instead for the game. My bad. Kuminga. Could be a good name to know how to pronounce. DeAndre Ayton. I should actually have boycotted the Oklahoma City Thunder because I'm still bent out of shape about the Sonics. I'm kidding. It does suck that they took this team away from Seattle and then basically used Seattle as a threat to Sacramento. Jimmy Butler. Coolest guy in the NBA? I think that's according to my brother.
Welcome to 2K Sports. What could be better than kicking back on a Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, what could be better than kicking back on a Sunday afternoon?
With you, Hall of Famers
Huh?
Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight.
What could be better than that?
Our team, Hallie LaForce. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their rotation.
Yeah, they're missing a quality player. And we all know injuries are a part of the game, but they've got to make the adjustment.
Now Denver's starting 5. We've got Apia, Paul George out there.
Jamal Murray.
Then it's Tim Hardaway.
Or Paul George, Tim Hardaway Jr.
And for the Thunder, they've got Thompson. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Kate Cunningham. And it's Butler in at the small forward position.
If you haven't already, check out this morning's video, Gunhead. Fast-paced action, third pace. Oh my gosh. Fast-paced FPS roguelike. I was a huge fan of it as Denver wins the tip. The power of demos, baby. Throws it into George.
Here's George.
Nice little move on the inside. Tries to get him up, but doesn't bite. It's a good job by Murray to get to an open spot, findable spot.
During the screen. Puts it up.
Beautiful screen, just couldn't get it to drop. So here we go. First time we've been in Oklahoma City. First time we've seen Oklahoma City this season. Both teams 2-0 coming into this one.
Outside Kuminga. Butler on the
Probably
wing.
put the records in the description thinking about it. Butler. Isolated all by himself. Terrific job to make a move and get the positioning in there.
Effort right there from Jimmy Butler to finish that play.
Hey, you look at some of the young star power on OKC. Grant, they haven't had that since the Kevin Durant years.
Oh, BA, I mean, those KD teams were built through the draft. So no matter where they're
Nice shot by Denver to kind of try to do what Jimmy Butler did to them
almost converted
on the other end of the floor.
contact.
Shooting for Denver, Paul George.
While George will shoot 2. Couldn't quite get the positioning to finish the shot, but does at least get an opportunity to shoot 2 from the line. Will help you along there, 2K. Some of these sections a little longer than they should be.
First one falls for him.
Boy, Paul George continues to prove himself an elite offensive threat.
George.
George,
The way
2
he's
for 2
shooting
from
free
the
throws
line.
tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And so Thompson will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Bounce past Ayton, who swings it over to Butler.
To Cunningham.
Cunningham at the top. Gets the screen. I thought he had a pretty good opportunity to drive. It says it's going to be a foul on this end of the floor. I'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Overwhelming force. DeAndre Ayton, terrific.
Did not love the way that play worked out. I thought that it was a terrific opportunity for him to drive to the basket. Something that I've noticed here in the early stages of this. This is the 4th episode so far in this season, so it is a thing that I'm looking at. I'm like, oh man, I would have loved to. It looked like he had the position to drive to the hoop, get an easy bucket, able to pass it to his teammate, who's at least able to draw the foul. But that was a contested shot at best, and he misses the first end on the 1-and-1. So Ayton will regroup here.
And he sinks the second.
And he'll at least knock down 1 out of the 2. I think they're supposed. I think some teams use the Mario coin, but they can't have that
No one was
sound effect. I don't
surprised last
think.
year when they won their season series against this team, and most people expect this to be a repeat of that too.
Wow.
You take nothing for granted.
Duran with a really nice offensive rebound there. I was going to say before the shot missed, that was really good offense for Denver, leaving Paul George wide open for 3. Just couldn't get it.
How about the activity level?
But a nice putback there to make it a 4-3 Denver Nugget lead.
Here's Butler. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go.
Again, Jimmy Butler just inside, 1-on-1. And they're going to call it a 3-second violation, offensive 3 seconds. A nice look at their coaches there. Paycom Center. Probably shouldn't be doing free ads for them.
Murray passes to Duran.
I've never heard of Paycom.
George against Thompson. Duran the screen.
Duran with a screen, and again getting George open for 3, and again he can't put it down. I like, just keep going. Keep working that play. George will get one to fall eventually, and they're going to force a violation on the outside. Nice job by Jamal Murray on the outside there to force the out of bounds.
Against these teams. Fourth, the Thunder.
And this is a team that takes
And that should
great
technically
pride
count
in
as a
being
steal.
aggressive
They
on the
stole a
defensive
possession
end.
here.
They take good risks and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Outside Murray.
Clearing out most of that side of the court for Murray. He'll find Duran. Duran, a little give it and go. Oh, he threw it right to Kuminga,
George against Thompson.
I believe was the name there.
Butler with the ball.
Well, I thought Butler was going to stop and pop that 3. Instead, he'll pass it over. It'll end up in Cunningham's hands. That's not
On Murray.
who it went to. I'll work the same play Denver did, and they get the same result. A missed a three-point shot. George at the top of the key. He'll try to drive. Defense doesn't really come to help, and so it's one-on-one with a bad position by the defender. And Paul George knocks down the shot. George averaging 21 points a game. Nice find inside to Cunningham. Better defense by Murray to force the missed shot. Or force the alteration of the shot. Didn't go down. Bring it up the floor. Pass to George inside. Stripped by Thompson and taken away. That'll work with the fast break. Denver does everything pretty well defensively.
Pass to Butler.
Float pass inside. Butler one-on-one yet again. Gets up and in. Nice shot there by Jimmy Buckets.
An intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
Just over 3.5.
Jimmy Butler gave a very interesting interview the other day about the offseason. He's like, what do you want me to do? I lost. Who cares? What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back out on the floor. I'm going to beat your ass again. All right. Cool. So they're trying to get the screen set up, and they're going to call an illegal screen. So Duran's made a couple of moves when he's been trying to set those screens on previous possessions, and he hadn't been called until now. Might keep an eye on that as the game moves along. That man in the back. I am pushing A, genuinely pushing A here. Pushing B, pushing X. Game. I'm pushing the button. It's like kind of stuck. I don't. We might just be stuck here. There might be an invisible timer that we're working with. Folks, this is the perfect video game here. I think if I quit, it might pop me back into the game. What is happening? Hold on. Can I? Can I not switch controllers? No, choose sides. So we'll just...
A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. And he's checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Kuminga.
Now,
Junior, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Nimhart.
Shoot, I gotta get back to that other camera angle
New
now.
group getting ready for the Nuggets. Williams is checked in for Duran. Hachimura comes in for.
This is typically how we watch like the
Beasley's
March
checked in
Mascot
for
Madness
Hardaway,
games.
And it's Curry in for Murray. Now
Almost
here's
up on the
Cunningham.
sideline again.
12-point game. And again, Oklahoma.
Did I goof up when I went to the camera? Oh, this actually might be better. I think rail was what we'd been working with. Rail high. Skybox, swivel, 2K. Oh, we can go broadcast. Yeah. Let's test that for a little bit. This might help us out. It zooms in nicely It's a little bit of a higher angle.
37 seconds left to play in the first.
George getting a good look again.
George has got
This is more of your
six.
traditional camera for basketball games. I think the part that I'm curious about is the fast break stuff.
Finds Nance.
Nembhard
Here's Nembhard.
kind of just holding the ball here. 8-5 Denver. Weird game so far. Mainly just the weird glitch. Nembhard kind of just hanging out over in that corner. He's going to step back and pop a three. He'll knock it home. 11.6 to go here. Quarter number one all knotted up at 8. Slow start for both teams, though. Both teams have run nice offensive plays to get good looks. They're just not dropping. Almost knocked a nearly full Mountain Dew on my keyboard. Fantastic.
Give him 8 points now.
Just incredible concentration. If Paul George is going strong inside, it doesn't matter what he's got to overcome.
Paul George,
So,
he's feeling it tonight.
10-8.
Driving force.
It's a little surprising to hear them say Paul George is feeling it. He's had several good looks at threes and has not gotten them to drop. He did, of course, have a nice shot, though. A couple steps inside the three-point arc to find the bottom of the bucket. And we have a tight 2-point game here between two undefeated teams.
Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And from what you've seen from the Nuggets, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate,
I didn't even
the boards
consider,
on
like,
both ends,
switching the
you
camera
can
around.
control the second chance
And it's
touches.
weird that it was like it gave me the normal like CPU thing,
Much more physical team.
and then I switched. I accidentally hit the camera settings, and it was like, oh, you'd like this
The
now.
highest league-wide number
Not really.
since the 60s. Why is that?
I think several things
So
go
Butler
into
will
that,
bring the ball up
and
here.
I'll begin with
He'll
the skill of
find
these
Christopher.
players. Really, the shooting off the dribble, the range shooting have been
Looking for that
major
pick and
factors
roll. They're
in
going
opening up the
to
scoring.
drive it inside. He gets a nice little floater in there, but again, you have the step.
As always, several factors contribute to the higher scoring.
On the court for the
Take it.
Nuggets. They've got Seth Curry. Malik
Back
Beasley
and
is out
forth
there
we go.
with
Seth
Hachimura.
Curry on
Then there's Jamal Murray.
the floor
And
here.
it's
Oh,
really good
Hachimura
at the
for
center
Denver.
position,
There he is.
walking down the middle.
Okay, that three we did not get a good look at from Curry. It didn't matter. It rattled out. But 10-10 here.
Butler passes to Nembhard. Here's Christopher. Pass to Nembhard. There's the screen by Johnson.
Surprised we're not seeing the ball in Butler's hands a little bit more here with this largely second unit.
Christopher. Williams
Christopher
defending.
from the free throw line buries it at the
Works well there, but the defense left a lot to
bottom
be
part of the
desired.
shot clock there, the low end of the shot clock.
Stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Hachimura
Check in with our
out to
reporter,
Murray.
on the force.
Well, DeAndre Ayton.
They're going to look for a screen. And again, the screens just don't look like they're being set well by Denver. I think Oklahoma City's forcing them to move a little bit more than they want to. They want to set a screen at a specific spot, but Oklahoma City's, they're like a step or a half step further down the floor. And that is giving Denver's screeners a hard time.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress.
Kind of look like a man just walked off the
Pass to
floor.
Williams.
6-point run here for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And here's
Maybe a
Murray.
little surprising here, considering that really the only star player on the floor is Jimmy Butler for these Oklahoma City Thunder. Beasley for three. He'll bury one from the corner. Cuts the lead down to 1.
Beasley's got himself going here. His first
2 minutes
points of the
gone
game
here
on the
in
deep
quarter
ball.
number 2. Nance Jr. to
Here's
Nembhard.
Christopher.
Christopher again with the ball in his hands. We get the screen from Nance Jr.
The inside.
Nice little, oh, it was a beautiful looking bounce pass, just a little in front. Denver's defense just couldn't get in position to pick it up, and it's an easy flush.
Done, Larry Nance Jr.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce.
Yeah, bring me that
All right,
sauce.
for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into
So
the
Seth
second.
Curry, I like that they say that. Like, oh man, I just tuned in randomly to the 19-minute and 20-second portion of this video.
Doesn't go for him.
Nance Jr. picks up the rebound.
Get bottled up like that.
Denver a little cold from the floor.
Here's Nembhard. Pass to Johnson. From down.
Johnson from
Hauled in by
three-point
Curry.
land, no good. Seth Curry comes up with the rebound.
Murray with
Murray opportunity to tie here. Had the step on. I want to say that's Christopher. He'll kick it out to Hachimura. Hachimura
With a screen on Butler.
dribbles to his right. Tries to find the lane. He gets it knocked away, but I think Nembhard couldn't come up with it. Yeah, out of bounds. It'll be off the Thunder, and it'll remain Oklahoma City's ball. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock.
And then on Wednesday, they'll start out on the road to play the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
Denver will call their first timeout, and we're going to
And the players
hands
take
off the
this
controller
opportunity to
here.
Get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out
Is
of
this an
gas
ad?
down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen.
All right.
If you're going to
Is he going to do it
be all the way to
again?
the finish, you have to be hydrated.
So Oklahoma City going
Let's
with
hit
almost
A
an
again.
entire new group here.
All right. I don't know what
Aiden,
happened
he's
there.
checked
I
in
think
for
I
Johnson.
hit a
Kuminga
frame
comes
perfect
in for
glitch
Jimmy
there.
Butler. Thompson, he's checked in
I'm
for
a hero.
Christopher. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Nembhard. And the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Duran, he's checked in
Good
for
look
Williams.
again for
Aldian
George,
comes
but
in for
just
Hachimura.
can't get it to fall.
Hardaway
It's not
checked in
his
for
night
Beasley.
tonight.
And it's George in for Murray. Now
George
here's
falls
Thompson.
into the screen. They call for the ball, but Seth Curry does a nice job filling the lane. Paul George with an excellent recovery there.
Outside.
They're going to give it to Nance Jr. Wide open for three. Can't get
And
the
you just can't afford
basket
give
to
up
fall.
that kind of look very often.
Hardaway Jr. looked like he was going to maybe try to drive, but stay behind that three-point line from the corner. Again, trying to drive, kind of in a bit of a mess there. He'll kick out to Curry. Curry back to Hardaway Jr. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Gonna set that screen. Hardaway Jr. for three. He's got it. Tie game, 16
And it's a tie ball game.
at
I
16.
just love how
Skipped a word there.
confident Tim Hardaway Jr. is from long distance. This guy will cash in from there.
Cunningham passes to Kuminga. Here's Nance.
Kuminga over to Nance Jr. Inside to Ayton. Ayton brings in the double team. It's a little too strong off the back iron.
Gone bad.
Under a minute to go, second quarter. Denver looking to retake the lead.
Outside Curry. Pass to Duran.
Curry dancing around. Couple of quick passes, gets it in George's hands. He took a bit of a weird path to the three, but he couldn't get it. Again, just rimmed out.
They connected
Terrific look,
outside all game.
just doesn't
And the
fall.
defense had absolutely no answer for it.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able
Ayton
to
got his man off his feet.
No good.
I think that's going to count as a
As we are. Most
block
of
for
that
Duran,
is
or
automatic.
Duran, excuse me.
Curry against Cunningham.
Duran going to come up, set the
Pass to
screen.
George.
Curry maybe a little too far up the floor.
Good job in the low post.
Really easy to get around that screen. I think Curry's half a step too far.
position on the interior.
And at the end of the second quarter, Denver has a 2-point lead. So Denver had the lead with 10-8. They gave up a pretty big run there to Oklahoma City, but they were able to manufacture a run on their own as we move to halftime. So they scored 10 points in the quarter. They take a 2-point lead. 8 points in each quarter for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We'll try to get through this as quickly as possible.
Starting the season with 2 straight dubs, man. You know they want to keep that momentum going.
Turning our attention.
Joel
back to the
Embiid looks like
Thunder.
maybe
They
in
were a
Dallas.
real
Oh, we know that
tooth
because we
and
saw,
nail fight here at the
we've
break.
seen
To be
Dallas.
honest, their bench has kept him in there.
And that'll do it for us.
Top
Thanks for
performer is
stopping
Paul
by.
George, 10
We'll head
points,
back down
and
to
then
Brian
Jimmy
Anderson
Butler
and
with
the
6. I guess I'm a little surprised just with how rough the looks have been for, or just how, I guess the ball hasn't really been falling for George, but he's been finding some room to work with. I don't
To
know.
provide a lot of offense.
A little surprised he has that many points.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability.
Oh, what a beautiful pass up over the defender. Kuminga
Cunningham is out there with Thompson. Then it's Kuminga and
Flushes
it's
it.
Butler in at the 3. That's the lineup for Oklahoma
just
City.
like that, a tie game. 18-18. George around the
scanning
perimeter.
floor. Outside Murray.
He's going to find Murray. Murray stops, pops. Can't find the bottom of the net. Ayton with a rebound. Cunningham will bring the ball up.
For the Oklahoma City Thunder. They host the Pistons after this one. Back to Thompson.
Thompson running out of time here. Good job to have just enough patience to get a pretty good look. Oh, nice shot there. Paul George there. He finally finds the bottom of the bucket from long range.
But both high lottery picks, and it worked out for them both.
21-18, Denver back out front.
George against Thompson. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway.
One-on-one in the paint. Looked like he was going for the steal there. He'll kick out to Kuminga, over to Cunningham. Cunningham with 3. He's going to have to just get a shot up. Nice job with the screen. I like that Oklahoma City has twice now. They've run the clock down really low, but they've shown just enough patience to get a good look. They're not just jacking up. I don't know why I was going to say jerking up. They're not just throwing up random shots at the hoop, trying to make sure that they don't get the shot clock violation. They buy just enough time and just enough space for a reasonable shot. Paul George, a little bit of a step back. That is a 3. Wasn't sure his foot was behind the line there, but it was. Back-to-back 3s now for Paul George.
Screen on George. Thompson passes to Ayton.
Duran with a really nice interception there.
Murray against Cunningham.
Murray pushes the pace and a beautiful block. I believe it's Cunningham on the block.
Last touch by Kuminga.
Kuminga, my apologies. Kuminga was in on the block.
Hachimura's checked in for the Nuggets.
Hachimura coming in for Denver.
The Nuggets with the ball. They lead by 6.
Murray.
That's their biggest margin.
Throws over to Hardaway Jr.
Butler against Hardaway. Wide.
Hardaway Jr. finds a good amount of space there. Nice rebound. Kick to the outside. Couldn't get it to splash from long range. A couple of decent looks there for Denver, but nothing falls. 24-18 halfway through quarter number 3. Butler with the ball. I feel like he's been underutilized, especially in that second quarter. We saw a lot of, what's his name? Anthony, I think is what the last name was. Again, good patience by Oklahoma City. Gets inside, beats the double team, and that'll be 2.
Denver has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Murray passes to Duran. Now here's George.
George in the corner, looking for a little bit of help. Hardaway Jr. around to Hachimura. Hachimura going one-on-one. Defense really backed up. Gets his defender. I kind of just beat the defender there.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since
Nice shot there. And that'll make it push it back out to the 6-point lead. Oh, beautiful move by Jimmy Butler, but can't get it to fall. Ayton with a nice offensive rebound. Like a bit of a reverse layup there.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 here in this third
Down to
quarter.
4. Nuggets are going to take a timeout here with 1:26 to go in the third, and I'm scared to hit the A button. Terrified of it. We can let these animations. I think the problem was it didn't like that I tried to skip that. We'll let this go for like a second or 2.
Johnson comes in for DeAndre Ayton, and it's Nimhart.
All right, now we're back in the game.
Williams is checked in for the Nuggets. Curry comes in for Jamal Murray. 1:25 left in the third. Outside, Williams. Pass to Hardaway. And here's
Hardaway
Hachimura.
Jr. finds Hachimura in the corner. Back up to George at the top. 6 seconds to go.
Hardaway on the wing.
Williams to Hardaway. Hardaway with a 3. Rattles out. Oklahoma City, they can cut it down to 2 or 1. Cunningham one-on-one with Paul George.
Cunningham against George. Nimhart, the pass to Thompson.
Nimhart. Oklahoma City running it down under 10 again. Nice little step back there. Buy himself some room. Not a great closeout on the Denver defense, but the shot does not go down, so no pain, or no harm, no foul. There's a beautiful shot. That's Hardaway Jr. again from beyond the arc.
This defense is
7-point lead.
3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Now here's Thompson. Up and over
Thompson.
That's
Kind of picking on Hachimura down in the paint area. A couple of times now they found a guy who was matched up against him and able to either get a make like they did on the last possession, or at least force a, or get a good look, I guess. Not even force, but get into a good position for a solid shot. Curry throws into George. George. Rattles out.
Nuggets ahead, leading by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway.
Typically, we have pretty fantastic finishes here in NBA 2K24 on the Hall of Fame difficulty. We'll see if we are lined up for one here in the first game of our doubleheader.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect
So our
pass.
State Farm assist of the game. I blinked and it was gone.
Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray out there with Seth Curry. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. From 10 feet away. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest.
Butler up and in to make it 29-26. Hachimura brings it up the floor.
Now here's Hachimura. Shoots over Johnson. Cashes it in
Hachimura
from 11
splashes
feet.
it.
And the Nuggets lead by
31-26.
5. And for Oklahoma City, they're shooting it at 52%.
Good little start to this quarter for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Inside.
2-possession game. Somehow got that around the defender. I feel like that would have hit him right in the face,
Well, Nance diving to
or
the cup, give him the basketball.
at least been somewhat deflected by his head.
So Murray will
But
bring it up for
hey,
the Nuggets.
video games are going to video game. And we have a 3-point game here. 31-28. This does feel like a very low-scoring game.
Just over a minute played. Hachimura finds Beasley.
Both teams just unable to find the bottom of the basket. Hachimura with a nice little mid-range jumper.
Smooth catch and shoot opportunity from Rui Hachimura. Pretty.
Hachimura's gone 3
Pushes
for
the
4
lead
for
back
the
out to
Florida
5.
Here's Butler.
Butler, beautiful drive inside, finishes with that left hand.
Finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
I like what Oklahoma City is doing here. Just kind of match them. Trade twos, no problem. Maybe get a miss.
Here's Hachimura. And it's good. Assisting on the
Hachimura,
play was Curry.
he is
Hachimura's got
playing
6 points.
very well here in this one. He finishes with the left hand. It looked like it was actually over Jimmy Butler that time around.
Now here's Butler. And the Thunder
we see
full
it.
time here.
Oklahoma City Thunder timeout. No, I don't want to do that. I would like to skip this, but I'm scared it's going to break the game.
A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. DeAndre Ayton.
Though I
he's
do
checked
admit,
in
I
for
love
Nance.
blimp cam.
Kuminga comes in for Johnson. Thompson, he's checked in for Booknight. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Nimhart. And a new group getting ready for the Nuggets. Duran,
I
he's
guess
checked
if you're
in for
Denver, I
Williams.
think I
Off the
try to
end, comes in
leave
for Hachimura.
Hachimura
Hardaway's
in.
checked for Beasley.
He's been
And
looking
it's
so good
Paul
from the
George
floor, but he
and
also might need a
Curry.
break.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Dagnall had some words
Butler spin around, nothing. A good look for Jimmy Butler and the Oklahoma City Thunder, but nothing comes up. Murray on the floor. It's like Hardaway Jr., Paul George.
Now here's George. Duran, the screen.
They're trying to get a bunch of screens there.
Kicks it out to Hardaway.
Hardaway stops, pops, can't find it. Ayton, he'll get the rebound. Tim Hardaway Jr. is 2 for 6 field goals, and those 2 baskets both coming from beyond the arc.
Here's Cunningham.
Drive by Cunningham, he's going to get the foul, so he'll go take 2 from the line. Duran picks up his 3rd personal foul. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Still a bit of a ways to go in the 4th quarter.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
5 3-points made, 17 points off of assists for the Denver Nuggets. First free throw is no good for Cunningham and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
And he's good on the second.
Just a tough miss at the line. So down 2 baskets now.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 since
So
this
1 for 2.
started. Outside Hardaway.
Makes it 35-31. Hardaway driving inside. Little mid-range jumper knocks it home and pushes the lead to 6. Hardaway Jr. increases to 8 points on the game. First shot to go down inside the arc for him. Cunningham working on Jamal Murray. Murray doing a good job kind of pushing him toward that sideline. Cunningham again. They're trying to drive him inside, but I just can't get the shot to fall. Maybe not a great possession there for Oklahoma City. Again, I'd like to see them get Jimmy Butler involved more. That was not a great pass. Murray straight on and good. 40-31, 143. 5 3-points. Oh, 5 more 3-points than Thunder.
Well, that's the
Okay.
whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now here's Cunningham.
Cunningham again just kind of sucking up the ball. Almost lost it. Had to give it to Thompson.
Screen on George.
Probably less because he wanted to. That one rims out. Duran comes down with the rebound. Murray is going to push the pace here.
In this final quarter. Murray passes to George.
9-point deficit could mean we see the intentional fouling start a lot sooner. Murray, oh, with a beautiful block right there. Throw it forward. You got to be aggressive. Oh, Ayton was open for about 8 years. There was no one within a million miles of that man, and then he finally threw it.
Strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now here's
I'd be
Murray.
curious to see. We've seen him start taking the intentional fouls at 45 seconds, which seems kind of weird and arbitrary. They haven't needed it on the last couple of possessions. They're smacking the ball around, almost lost it. But he does pick it up. He'll throw it to George. George over to Murray. Murray, he's going to have to get a 3. Oh, he got him with a hand in his face.
The Nuggets lead by 10.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy.
Wow,
to
that was
but
the
they
chance.
controlled the pace on this one.
He had knocked the ball away from Tim Hardaway Jr. in the key and just couldn't get the loose ball.
Thompson outside.
Thompson for 3.
Murray sits from 3.
Knocks it home, and it's a 7-point game with under 20 seconds to go. And now we will.
Is that much more difficult to check?
Doesn't seem like we're actually going to see the intentional fouling. They seem to think this one's over.
Murray against Cunningham.
Wow. Interesting.
Outside Murray.
So Denver will improve to 3-0 on the season, a 43-36 victory.
So it's Denver.
That felt like a very beatable Denver Nuggets team. Oklahoma City and Denver seem to match up very nicely, and they just neither team really got the bounce it felt. Oklahoma City didn't execute on a couple of plays, especially down the stretch. You get that, try to get that turnover from Hardaway. It's a 7-point game at that time. That turns into a 10-point game with the made 3 as the shot clock is expiring. Just both teams ran pretty nice-looking offensive sets and just could not, just couldn't find the bottom of the bucket. And it's weird because I would have liked to have seen, I mentioned it a couple of times throughout the game, Jimmy Butler needs to be more involved for Oklahoma City. Why is Cunningham the focal point of that offense? Very weird to me. Paul George, your player of the game, 43-36. Be curious to see if this, like, where the points kind of average out. We did have 2 overtime games in the first episode. But the cool thing is everything's simulated, so all the stats, everything makes sense. 475 VC just for watching some games. So we will go to the Daily View, and we will feature LeBron James taking on Kyrie Irving. It is the Hawks taking on the Bucks. Here we go. Audio is still live, so that's good news. Good job on my part.
The countdown is on.
There
From
he
Milwaukee,
is.
Wisconsin, at Fiserv Forum. The Hawks taking on the Bucks. For Atlanta, they've started the season with an even 1-1 split, shooting to get on the better side of
Brock
500
Lopez,
tonight.
Quentin
Bucks,
Grimes.
Hawks. We'll be right back after this.
Ah, yes. Nothing better than silent highlights. I like LeBron James just looking in the back. I look at that friggin' Atlanta Hawks logo, and I think it's Pac-Man. Still, I've had that logo for a while, and I can't figure it out. Hawks, Bucks. Look at them. They're battling each other.
Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on
LeBron
2K Sports.
versus Kyrie.
Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan.
I have much longer to get that
While we get a
thumbnail
break, let's now take
shot
a
than
look
I
at the
realized.
October standings out east.
Oh, cool.
You
A
look at
little
the
standings
Bucks,
update.
right
I
there
appreciate
in
that.
fifth position,
Charlotte,
middle of the
Orlando,
pack.
Washington, all 2-0.
And of course, Atlanta, a half game back.
Interesting.
Well, right now for the Hogs, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
So Jordan Poole, Jalen Green, LeBron James, Sadiq Bey, Brock Lopez, Zach LaVine there for the Bucks. First time we'll be taking a look at the Atlanta Hawks this season.
They've got Collins. Kyrie Irving is out there with Hayes. Then it's Zach LaVine.
I want to get the little deer logo in the
This should be a fun one, Greg. Two teams that are among the
interior of the three-point line.
And I don't know if it'll be a track.
The Hawks will get the first possession here, and they will run their offense through LeBron James. Oh, and then LeBron James loses it. Almost gave it up to Kyrie Irving. LeBron kind of confused about what team. Oh, my God. Lord help that man who tried to block. Oh, it didn't save the camera angle. Interesting.
Outside Irving. There's the triple.
Irving takes about 8 steps, gets away with a travel. That'll be a make 3-2 here in the early going. The two stars making themselves showing out early in this one.
Kicks it out to LeBron.
LeBron. Oh my goodness. Who is the poor man who is trying to guard LeBron James? How many times can you get posterized in one game? Because he's already been on the wrong side of 2 of them. LaVine, it looks like, providing little resistance to LeBron James. Collins. He'll try and drive it inside. He'll find LaVine with LeBron on him.
Back to Collins. 5 to shoot. It's good.
It's a nice move inside to make this a 1-point game.
Collins seems to invite contact.
And Greg, with the coaching changes in Milwaukee, where are they
Green
looking for improvement?
gets a step on Irving. And a nice little move inside for Atlanta to shift it to a 1-point game in their favor. A little Euro step. It's up and in. Defensively, looking pretty anemic so far. I don't even know that it's been good offense. I think it's just been tissue paper defense.
Passes it to Levine.
Levine for three. That might be the finest offensive play we've seen yet. And Levine makes a nice open three. 8-6. Considering that the last game was 10-8 at the end of the first quarter, I do think that is on the lower side. There's a three. That one rattles out, and Williams gets the rebound.
Won their last contest, that game against Philadelphia.
Up to Irving. Passes around to Hayes. Levine again for three. Oh, couldn't get that one to drop. Bay comes down with the rebound.
Now Bay, after Zach Levine.
And similar to what we saw in the last game with Paul George, I think it's a pretty good look.
And he drives in, and he
That's a nice find. Good move there to get to a nice open look, and it's 8-8.
If you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Now here is Irving. He had 19 points in the win against Philadelphia.
Collins has it up top. He'll throw to Irving. Irving. That is a three-pointer. Much like one of the shots we saw in the last game. Was not sure if that foot was behind the line.
Such a dangerous player.
LeBron into Lopez. Lopez with a left-handed finisher.
Talented, driven.
Brooke Lopez. I apologize. I thought I said Brock, but I was incorrect. It's Brooke. Sorry, Mr. Lopez. I know you're watching this.
1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Collins, a screen on Poole. Pass to Collins.
Collins lost it to LeBron, and LeBron is on the fast break. There's going to be, oh boy, Levine. Levine kind of thought about it, but then just kind of gave up. That is a monster jam by LeBron James. That is should be 4 straight points for the Atlanta Hawks and give them a 1-point lead, 12-11.
25 left in the first quarter. And talking about LeBron James, Steve, he still is on the hunt for more championships.
Kevin, that hunger is still.
Collins drives, pulls up a little mid-range shot there. I like that. Normally, I've been complaining a lot about it. I wish they would finish. The defense rotated pretty nicely. Good job to just kind of pull up, take a little open shot, knock it down. Even if it's a miss, it's still a good play. 1:14 to go here in the first. 25 combined points compared to the 18 combined that we had in the first game. So,
and the Hawks making a change here.
Here's a look at some stats for Brooke Lopez. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 16 points a game, almost 2.5 blocks, and 6 rebounds. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Absolutely. Just when you think you've got a good flow going as a scorer, he'll come and shut your water off.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter.
Grimes with the three-point logo brings it up the floor. Second unit's on the court at the moment.
Reddish with the double team. And the foul.
Gonna have a bit of a reach in there from Reddish.
First foul.
First foul, first team foul. Thought they had maybe a good look in the corner, but chose not to go with it. Instead, it's Highland outside. Nice little underhanded pass into Williams. Green might have to pop a shot here. He will, but he can't get it to go. Levine on the defensive side there. He has been beaten a couple of times today. Oh, that is a terrific. Oh, that's so it's a terrific block by Lopez. Green with an excellent effort, but just couldn't stay in bounds. Oof. Clean block from behind.
Irving's checked in for Milwaukee. Mike Kaminsky, he's checked in for Atlanta. James comes in for Jalen Green.
Are they trying to rip off the Go Pack Go? What are you doing? All right. Milwaukee in Wisconsin, so it's not the worst. Irving from the free throw line can't get it, and Williams comes up with the rebound. Highland kicks to James.
He gets the whistle and 2 free throws coming up.
James will get the call.
creativity and skill.
That'll be
No one has done it better than
that'll be
LeBron
2 shots
James.
from the line.
He's in a category all to himself.
Shoot 2. And he knocks down the first one. The Hawks making a switch here. Garuba's checked in.
Helping along a little bit. Even at 23, or even at 13, excuse me. James
And both free throws good for
buries
LeBron.
the free throw, and it's 14-13.
27 seconds left to play here in the
A
first.
really good first quarter. Defensive looked a little bit better here in the second half of it. Little reach-in foul there on Highland. First personal, first team foul. Looks like they're going to check in. Oh, they're checking in most people, or at least rotating things around a little bit. James was already on the floor. He just moved to a different position. Jackson thought he was going to look for the 3 in the corner, but chose not to. Nice find on the inside and a slam to give Milwaukee that 1-point lead.
Surveying the court, locates the open man.
Pass to Highland.
Highland for 3. A nice feed from LeBron. Isn't rewarded with a made basket, but a high-scoring 15-14 first quarter.
And then it's on to the second quarter.
And we'll be back to the second in just a moment. Just while we have you, while we're transitioning to the second quarter, subscribe, ring the bell, get notified. It's a good Christmas color matchup. I was thinking about, as my Christmas gift to you is giving you all 5 games from Christmas Day with the random rosters. Wouldn't actually take that long. I would also have to look and see how well videos on Christmas typically do. I don't know. I think it's nice to have stuff up there. If you normally post, why not just keep it going?
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that high.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Milwaukee in the lead. And Smitty, here we have Atlanta consistently knocking on the door in a crowded East.
Irving, good look at a 3, and he starts the second quarter with a bang.
Unfortunately, so has the rest of the conference. But Atlanta's still young, and they have room to grow.
They've got Kyrie Irving. Also Reggie Jackson out there.
Highland for 3, he responds. That's just a really nice feed from LeBron. He was in the mid-range there. Defense collapsed on him. And he had found Highland at the end of the first quarter with a pretty good look as well. Highland just missed the shot. Popusevsky. And there's another 3, so back-to-back-to-back threes here for these two teams. 21-17.
That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
This feels much more like good offense rather than bad defense, which is what I think we saw in that first half, or first quarter. Good finds, good execution on the open looks. This little bounce pass to Irving. Irving one-on-one. Reddish is inside. Just trying to find some room, but it's actually just getting pushed further back. Nice little drive there. Pushes the lead to 6.
A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Highland passes to LeBron.
Highland to LeBron in the corner. LeBron bullying that man and buries it. It's a deep 2. We have a 23-19 game.
Get the ball to LeBron. Let him go to work.
Jackson passes to Sohan.
Popusevsky. It's a nice little finish with the right hand off the glass, and good.
Assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category.
Again, like good offense rather than bad defense. It's a good find. He got the mismatch. Excellent finish. And up and down we go. James Another kind of a good rotation there by Milwaukee. They got a better defender, a lengthier defender on him. He finds a nice lane to throw through. Sumner, kind of a wild shot, almost got it to go. Reddish with LeBron all over him. Kevin, settle down, please. Pokuševski, as the shot clock winds down, he'll pass off, or hand off, I guess, to Irving. Irving can't knock down the three. LeBron will bring it up. Couple of minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Milwaukee's looked like the better team in this second quarter. Both teams have had improved defense. That's LeBron. What are you doing?
I can see if they're coming to my right side or my left side. It's read and react. Quick decisions. Kevin, my decision is to send it back to you.
All right, DA, that's why you're in the Hall of Fame. Thank you so much. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Williams, he's checked in for Pokuševski. John Collins comes
Pokuševski's going to sit down.
Checked in for Irving. And Hayes subbed in for Jackson. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Lopez, he's checked in for Grant Williams. Bay comes in for James. Jalen Green's checked in for Edmund Sumner. And Poole subbed in for Highland. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Levine against Green. Now, here's Collins. Not a lot of room. Levine against Green.
Ooh, we're going to get a foul, off-ball foul. Bay picking up his first personal foul. Oh, I apologize if we had to sit through that timeout. Sorry about that.
1:43 left in the first half of basketball.
Williams the third throws into Sohan. Levine, who's been absolutely bullied by LeBron James today. Weird little spin move into the corner, and he'll knock it home. 28-21. We got that Milwaukee Bucks. 5 more three-point field goals than their opponent. That rims out, no good. Hayes comes away with the ball after the pass. Hayes over to Collins. Collins will reset here. They'll find Levine. Levine probably about 2 steps too far for a 3 for him. Over to Hayes. Sohan. Levine deep 3. Nothing doing there. We're going to push the issue here. Green with a good job to kind of slow it down, get it back out to the perimeter. See if we can find a bit of a better shot. Lopez looking for the screen. Trying to get the man off the feet, couldn't do it. Gets blocked. Lopez with the loose ball recovery. Ball never touched the rim, so the shot clock was winding down. Lopez, not a terrible look there.
Here's Sohan.
Sohan up over everybody, but that one doesn't drop. Offense drying up.
Just couldn't finish.
It was such a good opportunity for Atlanta to get back into this game, and that will definitely help. Cuts it down to 4. We see that a lot in the mascot tournament where teams just, the team that's been down consistently just can't take advantage of the leading team's misses. The 3 at the buzzer is no good. We have a 28-24 halftime matchup. Offense has really cooled down there in the last couple of minutes. You have a lot of second units out there. So,
Coach, they came at you offensively. So what has to change for you defensively?
Well, a lot, obviously, with everybody on the floor. You know, they're capable of doing this, but we're not. It's just too easy.
Got to tighten things up as we go along. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, these defenses have not been great today.
See you in just a bit.
That looks Oh man, that ref went right through the t-shirt cannon. Check that ref for steroids. Performance-enhancing drugs.
Hello. When I look at Milwaukee, they started off the season the way they wanted. Now you build off that win. Try to generate
The
momentum.
Knicks are 1-2.
Stay
The Heat
undefeated
0-3.
as long as possible.
Well, coming back to the game of the night, the Bucks find themselves
Game of the
in a
night,
close-
huh?
Man, it's hard to imagine a hotter team from downtown.
Thanks for
So we have
spending
LeBron
halftime
James,
with
top
us. Time to
performer, a
get
couple of
back
assists
on
with
Kevin
12 points and a
Harlan for the
rebound.
start of the
Kyrie
third
Irving,
quarter.
9 points, no rebounds, and 1 assist. As we get ready for second half action. LeBron James being the top performer for Atlanta, not surprising, perhaps even expected. They'll wheel the t-shirt cannons off, and we will get ready for the third quarter of action here. 4-point game.
To the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first.
Would James have like 16 points or something like that? He's accounted for 2/3 of their offensive output.
There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
That could be a problem as this season moves along. Can Atlanta get any help from their from the other pieces? Collins kicking to Hayes. We'll find Levine straight away from 3, and he will knock it down. Good start for the Bucks. Good offensive possession there. Good offensive play run. And rewarded with the 3-point basket. 31-24 bounce pass to Lopez. Trying to get some screens, perhaps a mismatch. To try to find Green for a 3, but nothing doing there. Levine coming up the floor. He'll kick to Hayes.
Now Hayes. Nothing on the board.
We'll hand off to Collins.
Collins with it. Outside Irving.
Irving, that's a 2. Doesn't matter because it doesn't go. Williams, though, with a beautiful offensive rebound and putback.
He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T
Excellent
5G slant
hand placement as well. He jammed that ball through the top of the rim while holding on to the net. Incredible performance there. Milwaukee getting a really nice start here to this second half. James in just a tremendous position. Somehow did not get that basket to go. I can't believe he was not able to put that away.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
Ooh, I thought maybe Collins would have an angle on that drive, but chose not to take it. They'll take the 3, and they have a 12-point lead. It has been all Milwaukee here to open up quarter number 3. Atlanta doesn't have a single point.
Back to Lopez. Pass to Bay. Lopez, a screen on Collins. Bay.
Collins for 3, and he can't get it to drop.
They've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Irving, couple steps beyond the arc, and he'll get it to go. 39-24, a 15-point lead as we approach the halfway point of the third quarter. Atlanta probably should have taken a timeout the last time down the floor. They just cannot get it figured out. Their best look was LeBron at the rim and couldn't get it to go.
Milwaukee making a switch. Sohan's checked in.
And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged about 27 points a game last season. 5 assists and 5 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
I'm pushing A. I'm trying to help it along here. Bay into Green. I thought for a second I thought there were 2 number 4s on the floor, and I thought that can't be legal. Atlanta's going to get an opportunity for their first point of the half, and it's going to come from the free throw line.
And some great scores, Kevin. They don't just launch threes. They like to work for good shots inside the arc as well.
The first one falls.
It would have been so funny if he had missed it. I would have found it very funny. 39-25 here.
Kevin, we'll see how it plays out. But with those additional media outlets and the bidding, the sense is the next deal could be a doozy.
Both free throws good from Green.
So 39-26, so I'll cut it down to 13 points. Probably try to get it within 10.
And that's really changed the landscape.
Here's Sohan. Scoreless thus
Williams to Irving. Irving to Hayes. See if Atlanta can make some adjustments. Maybe that timeout calms them down, puts some ice into Milwaukee's flow. They're rewarded with a miss. And a nice find inside James. Levine on the wrong side again. 14 points for James. He had 12 at the break. Either way, he has 50% of the points. Thankfully not as high as 66% of the points, but 50% is a lot to ask out of that guy night in, night out. I know he's one of the greatest to ever play the game, but I don't think you want to put that burden on anybody every single night. Be interesting to see if we move through the season, what kind of like trades we have. Could be fun.
1:32 left to play in the third.
Levine trying to drive inside. He'll take a little pump fake. Irving's going to try and drive inside. 3 people around him. Hayes is going to get a look at a 3, and he'll bury it. 42-28. That was such a good defensive possession for Atlanta. It's kind of coupled with some poor offensive ball movement by Milwaukee, but take advantage of what that offense is giving you. I mean, I don't know. It probably is okay to give up that 3. It's not like it was a wide open look. LeBron up at the left, didn't go. Up at the right, couldn't finish it. What a weird quarter it's been. LeBron 6 for 9. They're going to get the foul, but not the and one.
That's on Jalen Green.
Kyrie has the total package. He can drive it right, left, step back and hit a jumper. Hard for any defender to contest his shot without fouling.
The first free throw is
Irving from the line for 2. First one goes.
Jackson comes in for Hayes. And so he makes both from the line.
Moving all kinds of things around for the Atlanta Hawks.
Great job, night in and night out.
Here's Highland. Floats it up.
Highland with a really nice, oh my goodness, a beautiful feed for the alley-oop to James. James has made highlight plays all night long.
There's 37 seconds left.
But he's almost just been asked to do too much, it seems.
Now here's Levine.
LeBron's not even guarding Levine. That's probably good news for Levine on the other side of the floor. Levine gets the and one. The tough bucket goes, and he can push this out to a 17-point lead. I said they needed to get it to within 10, and they've only gotten further away.
Right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
Reddish, she's checked in for Irving.
At the line for the Bucks, Zach Levine. One shot.
He's an all-around talent.
Free throw up and good, and it is
try to find ways to get better.
Probably the largest deficit we've seen all season, 17 points.
Against Jackson.
Milwaukee came out so hot.
Now Highland.
I don't know that Milwaukee could have really come out hotter, and I don't know that Atlanta could have come out colder.
Pass to James.
James inside, fall away, gets it to go. He's missed a couple of shots right at the rim, and that one, of course, he makes. So 15-point deficit as we enter quarter number 4. Never count out LeBron and whatever team he is playing for. Now on his 3rd franchise. Cleveland twice, Miami, and Los Angeles. I guess technically here in our world he moved to Atlanta. His muscles are so big he's cutting through the other player to his left. And probably to his right as well.
While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a
Pretty nice.
player.
Pretty nice assist.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. As we get going.
So here we go, final 5 minutes to decide this one, though it does feel like it's been decided for a bit. That third quarter was a monster for the Milwaukee Bucks.
That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Looks like they're trying to set up some kind of screen, but they just can't get to it. Terrific defense here by Milwaukee, and that's just a better shot. Somehow he danced around beyond the arc and made a three. Cuts it down to 12. Kyrie, a little mid-range, back and forth. Out to Jackson. Jackson looking, firing over to Irving. Irving's going to try and back down, a little spin move. He'll get up the shot with the right hand, but it won't fall as the shot clock was in its waning seconds. LeBron basically coast to coast. It's a little weird on the drive in the lane, but LeBron will draw the reach-in foul.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Highland with it. He kicks it to James.
Highland to James. James making some moves here. Spins inside off the back iron.
Bucks leading by 12.
Atlanta just has not been able to take advantage of Milwaukee's misses. Instead, Kyrie makes a decently difficult look. Lead out to 14. LeBron inside with a nice scoop and score.
In a groove, dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Irving passes to Pokusevski.
Pokusevski back out on the floor.
He dishes it to Hayes. There's the pass to Sohan.
Sohan, nice three. And lead out at 15.
In this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Tries for three but can't find it. And boy, if it wasn't over at the start of this fourth quarter, it certainly is now. You always, you want to give teams a chance, see if they can get back into it, but Atlanta just, this is where you have to take advantage. They missed the shot, cut into the lead a little bit.
Highland passes to Williams. In the corner, it's James. Hayes with the steal.
Hayes with the steal. Sorry about that hiccup. Came out of nowhere.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Irving. For the three.
Hayes, deep three. Rattles out.
Lopez has got his fourth rebound.
That's just been the story for Atlanta all night. They get those good defensive possessions or bad shots by Milwaukee. Not able to chip away at that lead. Deep three. Nice shot, 12 points. It's not a whole lot you can really do, but I think if you can whittle this down to 6 in the next 56 seconds or so.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter.
I think you can look at it and go, hey, we have a chance. Slim, but chance is a chance, huh? People are playing the lottery because they have a chance to win it. Slim as it may be.
The Bucks with possession here. 17 points was their biggest margin. Tipped away.
Nice. There's a terrific defensive play by Atlanta. You don't have to have the three.
The dish to Green.
Nice kick to Green there.
Back to James.
Trying to find something. Green's going to probably have to get a three going. Three is up, but it's no good. Oh, what a wasted opportunity. That took way too long for a miss.
Hayes finds Collins. Left in the fourth quarter. Outside Irving.
Irving for three. Man. Man.
Just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bucks.
Great, generous ball.
No, Uncle Drew. Remember when he made a movie?
Team effort. They got everyone.
That's wild.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead.
LeBron right at the rim, can't get it to go. We should still see Milwaukee milk this clock out and call it a game. Dominant second half. You'd be hard pressed to believe Irving just going for three for fun. They're going to push the lead to the largest it's been all game, 18 points. This was a 4-point game at halftime. 4-point game, and then Milwaukee crushed Atlanta's hopes and dreams in the first 2:20, 2:40 of the first of the third quarter.
LeBron with the bucket.
And Atlanta's just kind of slipped further and further behind. They made kind of an effort at it, but not a lot to talk about as far as Atlanta is concerned. Daylight savings tonight? Should I stay up extra late and play video games? I shouldn't, because I'm tired already, and I'll just dribble it out here. All right, 58-42. This one wasn't really in doubt. I think when we had Milwaukee on the first time, they had a pretty dominant win as well. I believe they played Boston. Let me double check here.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Milwaukee, I apologize. Milwaukee played Philadelphia. And I'm fairly certain they had a pretty dominant win in that one. I think that was, at the time, the largest win we had seen. And it was an anomaly because a lot of the games have had pretty good endings. But nothing doing here.
Everybody's effort from our bench. It took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but 1 man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, DA, thanks again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Irving, your New Balance player of the game.
This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As we leave you with our New Balance player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
All right. There you have. Well, actually, let's take a look at the box score. Is that what we want now? We want the team comparison. No. Huh. Well, maybe I'm not looking hard enough here. Team comparison, second half, 30-18. But there's your difference right there. I know you get 11-10. 13, 10, 15, 14. It kind of builds there. This third quarter, a 19-8 on 6 of 9 shooting, 4 for 7 from 3-point range. Then you see it's 3 of 8 and 0 for 2. That's your difference. Otherwise, it's +1 in the fourth, +4 in the first half. It's only a 5-point difference. That's monster third quarter for Milwaukee. Really propelled them to the victory there. So that'll do it for today's random rosters inside of NBA 2K24. If you like more of this, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. I will be back in this game on November 2nd, the gap between Game 5 and Game 6 of the World Series. World Series Monday through Wednesday in Atlanta. We're going to try and get back on the winning side of things. One of the things that we've been better about this season in MLB The Show has been the bounce back games we had. The losing streaks haven't been too long, so hopefully we can alleviate that, pick up a win, or at least a competitive loss, where we pick up more than like one hit and like 6 walks. It was a very weird game. It was a miserable game, but we'll see if we can bounce back tomorrow. And then game 4 and game 5 in Atlanta, we're guaranteed 5 games, could push it to 6 or perhaps 7. So November 6th or November 2nd is the next time you'll see this game on the channel. So subscribing and ringing the bell, best way to get notified. Thanks so much for watching. Check out the other random roster series I post on Tuesdays, and we'll see you later. Good night, good sports.